Welcome to the video, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyler, and this is Curly Wolf. Today I'm riding, at the time of recording, Royal Enfield's newest offering in the United States, the Hunter 350. Now, the Hunter 350 has been out for a few months now, and I'm just now getting to this video, so leave me alone about that. The Hunter 350 is Royal Enfield's lightest bike, coming in at just under 300 pounds, and it has a 31.1-inch seat height. It's the same J-Series engine that the Meteor and the Classic 350 have, and it puts out 20 horsepower and basically 20 foot-pounds of torque. It's not an engine that's going to blow your mind. It's not even one that I would suggest taking on the freeway. These bikes are definitely made for some backroad twisty riding, and the Hunter in particular, with its lower weight and its 17-inch wheels, city riding. These smaller bikes definitely excel at some traffic-y city riding, and if you can lane split where you are, even better. These bikes would be perfect for that. Royal Enfield are definitely not known for packing tech into their bikes, and the Hunter's no different. It has no riding modes, no self-canceling signals, not even LED lights. Royal Enfield even left the tripper navigation off the Hunter entirely, which isn't too much of a loss, honestly. It doesn't really work that well, and most people I know don't even use it. The Hunter does come equipped with an analog speedometer with an LCD indicator in the center on its single gauge. On the LCD, you've got trip meters, odometer, gas level, and a gear indicator. Like all Royal Enfield bikes now, the Hunter 350 also comes with dual-channel ABS. The gear indicator and the dual-channel ABS in particular make this one of the better bikes for beginners out there, and that will be a continuing theme throughout this video. The ride feel is pretty similar to the Meteor and the Classic 350, except for the seating position is more similar to the INT 650. I am very tall. I am 6'6". I am comfortable on the bike for at least a short amount of time, but I do look a bit silly on this bike, I'm not going to lie. The colorways that the Hunter comes in are definitely not my favorite. It has 6 colors that it comes with, and I don't really love any of them. There are a few I like, such as this blue one I'm riding in this video, but I don't really love any of them. Style is definitely subjective, and you may fall in love with some of them, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, for me, not my favorite colors. However, I do love the general style of the bike. If I had one, I might actually just opt to get a custom paint job on it. The style is a little bit more modern than what Royal Enfield typically does, but they did sneak some of the design elements from their more old school style bikes in there, such as the round headlight and the teardrop shaped tank. Now, you may read a lot online about Royal Enfield having bad build quality, and I'm of the opinion that those people have not ridden a new Royal Enfield bike. Sure, every once in a while something breaks, but that happens with everything you buy, and I would rather something break on something that's cheap to fix than on something that's very expensive to fix. Parts are so cheap for the Royal Enfields, and they're all pretty easy to work on. The fact that the build quality is as high as it is for the price is kind of amazing.
That's the new one, I think.
Speaking of the price, this one comes in as Royal Enfield's cheapest model. Before, it was the Classic 350, and now the Hunter comes in at just under $4,000. And you are getting a lot of motorcycle for that price. Again, perfect for a beginner.
There's more construction going on.
As much as I do love riding the 350 platform, something about the Hunter, I didn't have as much fun riding it as I thought I would. Every once in a while, I'll ride Becky's Classic 350, which I fit even worse on than I do in the Hunter. But there's just something about the way that bike feels that the fun factor is a lot higher. You definitely get a lot more looks on it than you would on the Hunter, too. Royal Enfields are known for surprising people that just look at spec sheets. And the Hunter shouldn't be any different in theory, since it's essentially the same bike as the 350 Classic and the Meteor. But I was a little overwhelmed by riding it, and maybe that's, I've been spoiled by this sort of amorphous feeling that the other bikes give you. It's really hard to describe.
Watch out for all that gravel.
However, if I was still looking for a first bike and I couldn't take any of these bikes for a test ride, I think the Hunter would be at the top of my list for all the reasons we've talked about before, and then we'll talk about again. It's an extremely approachable bike and has everything that a new rider could ever want. Low enough seat height, low enough weight, gear indicator, front and back ABS, and a style that'll get you some attention without breaking the bank at all. I think the most important thing that motorcycle companies can do is make these kinds of bikes right now and to keep making them. We need more aesthetically pleasing, cheaper, approachable bikes, and Royal Enfield excels at that. The only bike that I can think of that is coming out to rival this is the new Triumph Speed 400.
The friction zone is very far
which
out.
comes in at, I think, over $1,000 more than this.
Is that way, or is it just this bike?
There is a bike that the scooter company Genuine makes. It's a 400cc motorcycle, and it comes in actually $500 cheaper than the Hunter. I haven't looked too much into it, but I have seen one in person. It looks very much like a smaller Interceptor. Anyway, that's my first ride impressions of the Hunter 350. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the subscribe button and the like button if you can. If you didn't like this video and you didn't like my opinions, didn't like my voice, I agree with you. Press the dislike button. That's cool too.
Can you make that turn?
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been Curly Wolf. My name is Tyler. Stay safe out there.